Hey, what's up, guys? And yes, part 30, which ends it all. The final episode of What If Naruto Became the God of Lightning. Yes, guys. First of all, I just want to say thank you. Thank you all for all of your help and your support. And thank you for all the comments, all the likes. Just thank you all, guys. But as you know, this is not the end. Because new what ifs are coming for you guys to enjoy. So all you have to do is sit back, relax, and like I said, enjoy. And yes, guys, relax. So what is we begin this final episode? Remember to also go ahead and check out What If Naruto had Cosmic Energy over on Anime King 3. I also post a brand new episode of What If Naruto was neglected and lost everything over Anime King 2. So go ahead and enjoy that, guys. And remember, if you're new, to go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. Thank you for all of your help and your support, and yeah, without further ado, what do you say begin this new episode? Start the intro. So the last time we left off, as Naruto was about to release the seal, he was stopped by Minato. As Naruto ended up punching him in the face, something he wanted to do for a long time now, but he helped his father up once he was done. As the seal also showed his mother, the chakra coming forward to form their figures. As Naruto was so happy to see the both of them, Kushina didn't waste any time as she hugged her son, hugging her baby boy, happy to see him. As Naruto sat down with him as he told them about his life, his wonderful girlfriend and how things are going, and how he was gonna plan on proposing soon. As both of them were so proud of him. They warned him about the threat of the masked man, but Naruto told them that he knew, and he will stop him and end this once and for all. After that, their chakra started to fade, as Naruto said his goodbyes, and with that, Naruto emerged out of the spear, like a god as he exploded right through it. His body cloaked in the KCM1 form that was blue, and flickering around him like flames, as he looked down towards the Tendo that remained. As Naruto's speed was unnatural, Tendo didn't stand a chance. Sasuke and the others brought down Konan as Naruto quickly made his way towards where the real pain was. As a tree had faded away, seeing that Konan had passed. As a man didn't have any eyes, they were taken after they were used by none other than Zetsu, who controlled him in his weakened state, to revive Madara. At this point, Pain was Nagito was barely talking, as he was about to drop dead anytime soon. As he, in the end, realized his mistake, as Naruto ended his measure by driving a Rasengan right into his chest. But the damage was already done. The ghost of the Uchiha was brought back. Obito was shocked and also afraid. See that Madara had the Rinnegan, Madara could kill him right now and take the plan forward, but Madara still wanted him. So with that, he sent Obito after the 8 Heels. Because of his visual powers, Obito was able to take B, which Madara quickly placed inside the statue. But Madara wanted to test the current shinobi world before he ended all, as Obito declared a war when the 5 Kages gather. Despite past grudges, Oniki reluctantly decided to agree as well, as Obito warned them that if Naruto Uzumaki is not on the battlefield, the nations, they will go after them. As much as they didn't want to do it, they had to. Because Naruto was far stronger than most of them combined, and they would need his power if they were ever going to succeed in this battle. It's with him or without him. And they were going to take him. As Obito made his way back to Madara, who was smiling. It's been so long since he had a wonderful dance, and a dance he will have and enjoy himself rather greatly. So yeah, guys, those basically as we left off. You guys can switch across the place for yourself. So what do you say begin this new episode? The place was tense. Not just one place, the entire world. After all, war was on the horizon. As many people who had lived through the Third Great Shinobi War didn't want to see a fourth, but unfortunately, another one was here, and they could not stop it. The armies were getting ready. The forces were joining up. They had to stop it. They had to stop the Akatsuki no matter what. At the moment, at the hospital, Sasuke was going to be able to see once again, as Sakura slowly undid the bandages around his eyes. Sasuke knew the limitations of the Mangekyo. His brother told him while they fought, and they had brought back Itachi's body. The eye transfer was complete. It took a while, but now he was able to see once again. With Tsunade and Sakura there, the recovery time was a lot quicker than expected. Well, the both of them were two of the best Benik in the world after all. So, his eyes. We're going to see the light once again. Tsunade was behind Sakura who removed the bandages. As Sasuke blinked. As he blinked, taking in the sight, everything was fuzzy at first before it snapped into focus. His eyes were sharp. As Sakura saw the design pattern in his eyes, it was completely different from before. How are you feeling? Asked Tsunade. Better, said Sasuke, as he felt better than he ever felt before. As this was the final level of the Sharingan. He had gained it, the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, as his eyes could see everything clearly. Sasuke got to his feet as he stepped towards the mirror in the room. Sakura smiled. She saw that everything went off without a hitch. From what Tsunade knew, this was supposed to give Sasuke a big boost in strength, as she really believed that they have a chance of winning this, of stopping this before all of them are doomed. But Tsunade knew the fear of Madara Uchiha. Her grand-uncle always told her about him. The man was powerful, able to rival her grandfather, who was known as the god of shinobi for a reason. But yet her grandfather was still stronger. But still, the man wasn't any walk in the park. And not to mention the eyes of the Rinnegan. They were gone. That was from what Naruto told her. She had no false qualms that he wasn't the one that took them. They didn't even know who was this fake Madara. And he was still a wild card in all of this. Things were still dangerous. But everyone was getting ready. And everything was getting ready. Time skip. As Sasuke sat down. As Sakura had moved out of her parents' house, she had taken Naruto's advice, as she was living in a one-bedroom. As she had mustered up her courage as she told Sasuke that she wanted to move in with her. He didn't hesitate on saying yes, something that she was grateful for. But up until this point, they haven't gone further, as it was now night time. Sasuke, eye operation was over. Given the recent things, Jiraiya being taken down, they haven't been able to enjoy themselves together, and Naruto getting placed in isolation because of everything. But tonight, as Sasuke was at the edge of the bed, Sakura stepped out of the bathroom, as she was in her nightgown, one that she doesn't usually wear. But, well, as Sasuke turned towards her, as his eyes took in every single detail. He wasn't focusing on it when he was younger, but Sakura was truly beautiful, as he didn't focus on that much. It made her blush as his eyes were staring at her, as she turned her head slightly. But he took her hand and gently pulled her towards the bed. No words were exchanged or nothing was said, as the both of them share a kiss. As it was a new experience for the both of them, and they dive right into it. Meanwhile, as Naruto was propping his head up with his arm, Samui had her head on his chest. She could hear his heartbeat. It was calm. At least he was not worried or panicked. His heartbeat was calm and steady, something that she enjoyed. It could really put you to sleep. As she smiled upon hearing that, as she yawned, as he wrapped her arm around her waist, just holding on to her. Everything's gonna work out, she said. And I'll make sure of it, said Naruto. I'm not losing anyone. You know that's a bold statement, right? She said. I know, said Naruto. But as I said, I'm gonna make sure of it. As he turned towards her and gave her a kiss, she kissed him back as the both of them broke apart. We are gonna come through this and live our life happily, have kids, and raised in a peaceful world, not this war-torn world. She smiled. I would love to have kids with you, she said. But I wanted to wait, said Naruto. But you are the love of my life. I couldn't imagine myself loving anyone else, and I want to be with you until the end. That is why, as Naruto got up, he unsealed something from a seal on his palm. As he opened the box, Samui, will you marry me? She looked at the ring, the diamond ring. Somehow it seemed like it had electricity inside of it, something that really amazed her. The things that he'd do when he set his mind to it, it made her smile. As she looked at the box. Nah, she said. As she looked at his face, before she started to laugh, as she hugged him and placed a kiss on his lips. Always the first one to get my jokes. That is why I love you, she said. As the both of them share a beautiful kiss, as Naruto slipped the ring on her finger. Samui Uzumaki. I think I like it, she said, as the both of them roll and kiss each other in the bed. Now what they had to work on was the kids. He had promised his mother that if he had a girl, he will name her Kushna. A promise that he intended to keep. He was sure that Samui would understand. But she was happy. She was beyond happy. Losing her mother and father at a young age. She never thought that she would feel this way ever again. Usually, she stood by herself. That is why most people didn't get her sense of humor. But yet he did. Something that made her just love him even more. Something that she was just grateful for. As the both of them lied in happiness, not knowing what tomorrow might bring, but they were gonna make their own destiny, carve their own future, make their own path. Time skip. As Sasuke was actually smiling there, as Naruto walked over to him. You seem awfully happy, said Naruto. Why shouldn't I be, said Sasuke. Well, given the fact that we're going into war. Well, Sasuke said. As Naruto looked at him, as he saw something rather alarming. Wait. As he turned his head where Sakura was over to the side, speaking to someone. Did you, too? As he wiggled his eyebrows. Sasuke simply nodded. So that would explain the smile. Well, your news a lot bigger. I mean married. Aren't the both of you a bit too young? Well, when you find the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, I don't see why not, said Naruto. Guess you're right. So you plan on asking Sakura to marry you? Well, you said to yourself, said Sasuke. And I would like our children to grow up being friends. Just like how we are, huh? Said Naruto as he raised his fist. As Sasuke gave him a fist bump. As that made the both of them smile. So everything's set with your eyes, Naruto asked. 100%, Sasuke said. You know that guy Madara's gonna come after you, right? Yeah, said Naruto. Don't worry, I'll be by your side. Legendary Uchiha or not, we'll kick his ass, Sasuke said. I like your confidence, said Naruto. Are you lacking it? Asked Sasuke. Of course not, said Naruto. I just want this hairpin end. After all, have a marriage and a honeymoon, which will include a lot of time away, having amazing, remarkable sex. As Sasuke face seemed to get rid of that as he thought about what happened. As Naruto turned his head, as he looked at Sakura the pointed look, as she saw him, her face turned red when she noticed he was talking to Sasuke. They were best friends, of course he told him. As she placed a hand over her face, making Naruto laugh, as Samui came over after being hustled by the other girls about the ring. Hey, what's up? Oh, nothing, Sakura said. She then looked back at Naruto wiggling his eyebrows as he looked towards Sasuke. As Samui started to laugh, hey, what's so funny? Well, You two finally did it. As she patted Sokka in the back. Good for you. Snally was currently on the top of her tower, looking down to her village and her people. As she prayed to whatever kami out there could hear her, but all of this ended up going well. As she saw how happy Naruto was, how happy Samui was. She didn't want to break up any of that, and including her little apprentice and Sasuke. They should get to live a life without missing each other. And that is what she was gonna fight for. She clenched her fists to make sure that happens. Time skip. Thousands of shinobis. As they march out, Gaara just gave a brilliant speech as everyone marched out, spreading all over, making their way. The first attack happened near to the eastern sea, as reports quickly sent back to HQ about strange white creatures emerging from the water. But not just that. People start to emerge as well. People that some of the shinobis knew from the past that confuse HQ. Meanwhile, in a dark cave, small chuckling could be heard. The one and only, who everyone seemed to forget about, Kabuto Yakushi was there. Orochimaru's master was slaughtered. Kabuto had ran. When the base was being destroyed and everything was being torn apart, Kabuto had ran for his life. Yes, because he was a coward, wasn't he? A coward, a fool, an idiot. The one that everyone seemed to forget about. Naruto almost killed him a lot of times before. First, his arm got ripped off. He received a fatal wound. And then he was the one that stabbed Naruto. The near-life death situations he was always escaping. But now he was still in the background. But now he had the power. He had the power to do something about it. He was ashamed that Madara had been revived, because he was trying to use it as his trump card. But he still had plenty of shinobis. Meanwhile, what? He said. As the report came back, yes, right, Kage-sama. He was shocked. Heard his father was on the battlefield. His father, he couldn't believe it. Squadron 1, with leader Ido, is currently facing off against their father. They don't stand a chance, he said. It's early, but it seems like we will have to enter the battlefield, said Oniki, as he looked towards Navi and the Raikage. They were waiting for the big gun to show his face, and that was Madara Uchiha, so they could take him down. The 5 Kages would unite and take him down. Gaara and Mei were already in the battlefield. Mei had brought her forces from the sea, as she was leading a handful of them while the others spread out. The intercom on the table then flared up. The land of snow, Koyoke to be exact, had made things more efficient for them by giving them a long-range radio communicator. You don't have to worry about moving your old bones yet, said a voice. As Navi smiled, hearing the voice. I'll handle it. Disrespectful brat, Oniki said. You must really learn how to respect your elders. Naruto, he will focus all of his pressure into his finger and try to get a direct strike on you. Do not, at any possibility, let that touch you, said A. Thanks for the advice, said Naruto, as the voice cut off. Is this wise? Sending him out there alone, asked Oniki, as much as he hated to say they need the brat. Oh, he isn't alone, said Snatty. Meanwhile, Yujito was flanking his right. She lost a large amount of the Nibi's power, but she still had enough inside of her, not to transform, but to boost her speed and strength. And that is what she was using for the current moment. She was shocked though, as she glanced towards Naruto. You know, brat, you have really gotten faster. As Naruto simply smiled at that. She was using her speed at the maximum to keep up with him, and yet he seemed to be barely breaking a sweat. You know, seeing that we're going into a life and death situation, why don't you tell me what's going on between you and Kakashi? She glared at him. No. Why not? Because you're gonna tell Samui, and then both of you are gonna make a big deal out of it. You know that we're gonna get married, right? Yeah. So that's a big deal. So tell me you're a big deal, said Naruto. Alright, fine. Well, You can expect this to be your wedding present. What? Yeah, me telling you this big secret, she said, a laugh. You still want to know? Yeah. Huh, really? Well, I can use it against Kakashi and taunt him until I get what I want from him. So I don't see the problem. You really think I'm giving that easily? Well, I wouldn't taunt him in a natural way. What exactly are you gonna do, she said. Oh, you wouldn't want to know. You see, when I first started date Samui, you know what? Never mind, said Naruto. What? Tell me. Not until you tell me what's going on. Alright, fine. Look, it's nothing official, but things are getting a bit serious between us. Oh, is that so? Said Naruto, as he wiggled his eyebrows. Once or twice. As he started to laugh. Hey, what's so funny? Well, I kind of lied. I'm not gonna do anything about it. I just want to know. You little brat, she said, as Naruto sped up. She was at least happy that, despite them going into a near life and death situation, he was not panicking, but is focused and returned as Naruto sank his feet down into the ground before he shot up in the air. She watched as his body break away into lightning as he was gone, as she saw the group ahead. Meanwhile, Temari swung her massive fan as it slammed right into the third Raikage, as the man brushed it off like nothing, shocking her, as the others moved in but they were knocked away. Damn it, she cursed. We can't get a stretch on this guy. That's why I'm here, said the voice. As Temari looked up to see Naruto in mid-air, the Raikage turned. As the moment he did, Naruto slammed his hands together. Everything went white. The next thing the man knew, he was knocked off his feet. The Raikage was shocked as he couldn't believe it. It couldn't be that brat that was just in mid-air. As everything returned, he was in mid-air, as his massive arms were grabbed and yanked so hard that they snapped right at the elbow. As Naruto pulled him down and twisted and threw, boom, he connected into the ground, as his body created a sizable explosion of just dust and debris. As Naruto dropped, boom, like a bomb, his feet covered in lightning. The man's whole right side was ripped off completely. Sealing team, said Naruto, as the sealing team rushed forward. They were shocked. How was that even possible? They couldn't understand as they saw the lightning dancing around Naruto, as it was just flickering around his body. It wasn't KCM, but he had learned how to further master his lightning mode to shift from one part of his body, like his legs. He just turned his leg into pure lightning that created a discharge that obliterated half of the man's body, as the sealing team quickly sealed him away. They were shocked though. They were wasting a lot of time on that guy, and yet, as they all knew him, it was Naruto Uzumaki, the one that defeated the leader of the Akatsuki, took him out within seconds. As Naruto walked over towards Temari, the lightning faded. Well, you've certainly got stronger. As Naruto simply smiled. You know, you could have waited on me, said Yujito. What can I say? I wanted to make an entrance, said Naruto. Meanwhile, what the hell? As Mei looked forward, one after another, how much of these guys are there? As more white Zetsus came from the forest, not to mention reanimation. The members around her was already looking fatigued. As she went through hand sign only for she to pull back when she watched as a massive blade dropped from the sky, a purple blade that decimated all of the force that came their way, wiping out this section of the forest. As Sasuke landed on his feet, Sasuke was completely unblemished, not even a scratch on him, as all of the white Zetsu and the reanimations were not back. Sealing team, he said. The sealing team nodded towards him as they rushed forward, as Mei looked towards him. As she looked towards her handsome, it was Uchiha. Sasuke gave her a smile before shutting off, moving forward towards his next destination. As her eyes literally sparkled seeing that handsome Uchiha, she wondered if he was taken. As Sasuke was moving to meet up with the other team, he suddenly saw someone that shocked him. Itachi? As Sasuke saw Itachi moving past him, along with A blonde guy. It was none other than Deidara. As the both of them came to a stop from running, as they turned their face towards him, Sasuke, Itachi said. As Sasuke eternal Mangekyo Sharingan was on full view, that caused Itachi to crack a small smile. Itachi, so you've been brought back as well, Sasuke said as he pulled his blade. You might want to leave here, kid, before I send you to oblivion in my explosion. No one's around, so there's no point of wasting my eternal art on you. The whole world must see my art. Amaterasu. As black flames set on Deidara, burning him to a crisp. Being burned and regenerated, Deidara could not do anything as his skin burned. It regenerated then burned once again. A rather miserable way to end up. Itachi. As Sasuke had his blade forward, Itachi realized that Sasuke did not know. That was for the best. With the way things are going now, he was fighting for Konoha. As Itachi smiled, things didn't need him to get involved after all. Suddenly, a swirling vortex appeared, making Sasuke turn. Perfect. As Tobi stepped out. Things were working perfectly like he wanted. He was the one that told Kabuto where to send Itachi. You. This is not Madara Uchiha, Sasuke said. Who are you? Names mean nothing more to me. But there is something I want to tell you, Sasuke. Something that will make you see a new light. Itachi narrowed his eyes, as he tried to move but he could not. His movements were stunned. As the masked man smiled at that. It's about your brother, and the real reason behind the massacre. Meanwhile, all over the battlefield, clones start to spring up everywhere and start to intervene in the battles, taking down reanimations after reanimations, and Zetsus after Zetsus were being brought down. As we escape back to Sasuke, the masked man started to talk. As the moment he started to talk about Danzo and the invasion, Sasuke dropped to his knees as he started to cough. He started to cough violently as a bird poked its head out of his mouth. As the bird looked towards Itachi, and Itachi eyed blade. Amaterasu. As the masked man simply faded right through the black fire. Now this is interesting. Meanwhile, Kabuto was shocked as he lost control. He lost control of the reanimation over Itachi. What the hell just happened? Sasuke on the other hand was shocked what the masked man just said. Itachi, is this true? He asks as he looked towards Itachi. Sasuke, watch as the masked man vanish. Finish what he came to do. To plant doubt into the mind of Sasuke. After all, if things didn't go well with Madara, he could use Sasuke. I have to stop the reanimation, said Itachi, as he looked around. As he knew exactly where the person was. Itachi! As Sasuke started to chase after him as he moved. He tried to grab him with his Sano, but Itachi released his own and blocked it. As the both of them came to a stop. We don't have much time, Sasuke. I will explain everything once this is all done. Sasuke was furious as he did not understand what was going on. Was this true? Did a man known as Danzo in the Hidden Leaf set this all up? Sasuke remembered hearing that name, someone that Naruto seemed to despise, saying that the man was always a snake in the grass, someone like Orochimaru. Meanwhile, Danzo was somewhere safe, not in Konoha, as he was currently safely protected. After all, when this was all over, he was going to come out of the war unscathed. He refused to send out any of his root agents to die, because he will use them in the end to get what he wanted. Yes, he will be the final champion, he thought to himself. Well, that was a delusional dream, but at least he had a dream, didn't he? It didn't take too long for them to find Kabuto. Sasuke was still furious, but he realized who this was. It's you? Sasuke said, rather underwhelmed, as Kabuto simply chuckled. You have no idea how much I've changed since the last time that we've met, Sasuke, said Kabuto. Only half of his face was being shown that was rather strangely pale and scaly, as he tore off his cloak. I have upgraded, he said, as the man was like a reptile with a snake coming from his stomach. as Sasuke looked at him with a disgusting snarl. Pathetic, he said, as he pulled his blade. Wait, said Itachi. He's truly changed. As Itachi could feel it, this guy was not to be underestimated, but Itachi knew how to end this. And of course he would end this. After all, he's already given his life to make sure there was peace in Konoha. He would give it once again to make sure that there was peace in the world. As Kabuto found himself fighting the both of them. Meanwhile, that was going on. Reanimations after reanimations started to be taken down by Naruto. It was a good thing that they all agreed to let him join the battle. At the graveyard stood one man. He was rather calm. For just one man, knowing that he was going to be surrounded by an army. No sooner than later. It was the ghost after all. He feared no one. He did not fear death. The only thing he wanted before he started this world change was a battle that will get his blood rushing and pumping. A battle that would excite him to no end. That is what he wanted, of course. A battle that will enlighten him. And he was found by an army. This army that contained Gaara and me after they had regrouped. Messages were quickly sent back to HQ. The 5 Kages had this. That is what they said. The transporter that was used to transport objects was used to send them straight towards Madara. The tissue Kage had moved out earlier to face off against Mew, as they managed to take him down. So at this moment the right Kage and Tsunade were the one to appear. The 5 Kages group, as Madara was still standing there completely unfazed, despite facing 5 powerful Kages. The man looked undeterred, completely unfazed by their overwhelming strength. Like they were nothing but insect that he could squash on his boot. Tsunade knew that Naruto had the rest of it under control. He will handle the rest of it. That is why the 5 of them will take him down right here and now. So you're the 5 Kage, said Madara. I have to say, I'm a bit underwhelmed. I don't see anything special. Well, apart from a pair of fancy eyes, I don't see anything special either, said the right Kage, with a snarl, as Madara simply chuckled, a light-hearted chuckle. Well then, I've been waiting for you 5. Shall we dance, he said, as all of them got ready. They were the 5 Kages, they could not be taken down. And half an hour later, the 5 of them were spread out on the ground, unconscious, badly wounded. Madara had toyed with them. He literally played with them, like they were nothing but children. Madara had noticed that the reanimations that came or around him started to vanish. Their soul being set free, but that didn't concern him, he wasn't a reanimation. As he looked at the 5 Kages, the right Kage was propped up against a wall, a broken piece of wall, completely cold. Tsunade was face first down the ground. Unki was on his back. Gaara was head down in a ditch. Me was lying face first as well. Madara had his armor broken off, but his body had no wound on it, not even one scratch. Not to mention there was a face in his chest. The face of Senju Hoshirama. Madara's power was just too overwhelming. Not to mention with the Rinnegan. He put them in their place, showing them that their status meant nothing to him. As he just waited, there was another challenge that he wanted to take on, and that was the God of Lightning. Meanwhile, Sasuke was making his way back as Itachi was gone. Sasuke, his brother had told him everything, showed him everything. Sasuke didn't want to destroy the leaf. He just wanted one man dead, and that was Danzo Shamura. He was gonna kill Danzo. That was the only way that he could see this ending. He couldn't let Danzo live after what he did. But he understands his brother's reasons, what his brother had wanted. His brother had wanted to come to him. Perhaps if he had did that, he could have been the one to change his mother and father. Itachi apologized. He said he didn't care if he hated him. He was just happy, as Itachi was able to see the things that Sasuke was doing now, and he was glad that he was moved now in his life. And his brother told him to have a wonderful life. And that made Sasuke a bit happy. But he wasn't going to rest until he take down Shamura Danzo. It was then that he came to a stop. Kabuto was placed under a genjutsu until he find his way. He would never be released. Seems you fail to understand. As he looked towards the masked man who appeared in front of him, Naruto had told him about this masked man, about his special space and time ninjutsu. That was when Naruto landed beside him. As the masked man narrowed his eyes, Sasuke looked at Naruto beside him. As he gave him a nod, it was a clone. A clone with enough energy to help him fight. "Finally found you," said Naruto. "We need to get this moving. There is no contact back at HQ. They told me that the 5 Kages went off to face off against Madara. They said that they could handle it, and we should continue to take care of the others. But I have heard nothing so far." As Sasuke looked towards him, "You think?" "No," said Naruto. "I refuse to believe that. How about we kill this bastard and get this over with?" "You think you can kill me that easily?" the masked man said. "Whatever your name is, this is the last time you show your face in front of me again," said Naruto. Meanwhile, the real Naruto was sitting down. As his eyes were closed, his body was producing lightning at a high voltage. As he was by himself, the others were distance away. Samui was on the battlefield as well. A clone was near her position. As Naruto knew that he was being overprotected, but he just wanted to make sure that she was okay. But he was sending out chakra to his clones, focusing his own chakra and not exerting himself. His clones were taking care of all the Zetsu seen in the reanimation were gone, something that he was grateful for. As the enemy forces were getting weaker by the minute. But there has been no contact, as Inuichi told him once again. As he got to his feet, Naruto cursed. Something was wrong. Really wrong, he could sense it. Inuichi then contacted him once again. "Yes," said Naruto. "They have made contact with Madara. The 5 Kages. They're currently indisposed. They're not dead, but he's allowing them to take them away." "I'll go there myself," said Naruto. "Naruto, this guy was able to take down the 5 Kages by himself. Are you sure?" "I'll handle it," said Naruto. "Don't worry. I'll get us out of this alive." "Do your best," Inuichi said. As Naruto stood there, he knew that Madara was strong. "I told you, kid," said Kurama, as he opened his eyes, after just pumping his chakra through Naruto's veins to make sure he can keep the clone sustained. "You need Sasuke on this one. He's too strong. He's not like Nagato. He's gonna use the Rinnegan towards his full capabilities." "Well then," said Naruto, "guess I should take down the masked man first." Sasuke watched as the clone jumped away, as the clone placed his hand on his chest before removing a part of his clothing, showing a seal. Suddenly, the clone body started to vibrate at an unnatural rate before it blinked out of reality, and then Naruto appeared. Another one. Sasuke was confused as Naruto cricked his neck, a transportation seal that he placed on all of his clones to switch place with them. As Sasuke realized it was a real Naruto, "I must say your clones are quite impressive. To be able to trade and receive fists without dispelling." The masked man did not know it was a clone. Only reason why Sasuke knew was because of the affirmative nod that he got from the clone. "Sasuke, things are bad, and they will continue to get worse. You will all fail. There's no way of winning this one. Sorry, but you're no one, so your stupid idiotic words don't register to me," said Naruto. As both him and Sasuke moved, their speed was unnatural, as Tobi let them phase right through him. It was then that Naruto twisted his leg that turned into electricity, and Tobi received a brutal kick that slammed into his guard. Once again, as Naruto Pure Light was able to breach into his dimension for some reason, just by making contact with him, the particles were able to seep even into his unexistent form, and it did not really hit him, but it packed the electricity that felt like a hit. There was no physical contact, it was just electricity that received the jolt that felt like he actually kicked him. Tobi flipped as he landed on his feet onto the duck, a swipe that passed over his head, as a fist was currently in his stomach. He had to let the both of them phase through him. The moment they passed over him, he went through outside as he breathed out a fireball that swirled towards them. As Naruto and Sasuke jumped up in the air, as Naruto grabbed Sasuke by the shoulder and threw him, Sasuke's Sano came around him as he came down like a bullet, smashing towards the area where Tobi was, who had already sunk on the ground. Tobi came out of the ground as he reached the back of Sasuke's neck, only for a sword to pass through his throat. as he had let his body fade right through Sasuke. So Naruto lightning blade would have cut right through his throat. As he jumped away, he had to say they were impressive, not only fast. Sasuke looked at Naruto. Let's end this quickly. As his eternal twirl, it's just no flare to life. As Naruto's body burst into pure electricity and he was gone out of sight. As Naruto's body spread all around the entire area, a magnetic field that rooted the ground there, rooted everything there. Toby was shocked when he could not move. As Sasuke created the arrow and fired it, Toby sucked himself in a swirling vortex. As he reappeared a distance away, the moment he did that fist smashed into his face, breaking the mask that Naruto had used his lightning to tag along. The entire electric field was Naruto. The mask was obliterated by the lightning enhanced punch, showing his real face. Both Naruto and Sasuke, as Sasuke came over looking at Toby strange, they didn't know who he was. They had no idea. Half of his face was scarred, but they had no idea who he was. But Sasuke did notice Sharingan. He was a Uchiha, but which Uchiha? Still have no idea who I am, do you? Asked Obito. It doesn't matter, you said you're no one. Someone that doesn't have a name don't deserve to live. After all, you have no identity. So why keep on living? Wise words. But unfortunately, I can't afford to die just yet. There are things I need to do. Sorry, but I won't allow you to do them, said Naruto, because I'm ending this right now. It was then that Toby realized that he wasn't actually talking to Naruto, as the clone poofed away. As the real Naruto appeared, and slammed both of his hands down. Obito tried to suck himself away, but he could not. He could not. What the hell? Something was wrong as his Sharingan deactivated. Sasuke looked towards Naruto with a smirk. I guess all that work paid off, didn't it? As Naruto had been working with Sasuke and Ho to deactivate his Sharingan manually with a seal. Not just suppress his chakra because this guy had instantaneous movements. So that is why the seal had to be wide range and be able to instantly deactivate the Sharingan. Something that was rather deadly when you think about it, for Sasuke. But still, it was needed. The seal was needed to take down the masked man. Naruto had no idea how to do that to the Rinnegan, but the Sharingan was the closest and fastest option. What is this? Said Toby, as Naruto slapped the seal on his chest as he passed right through the barrier. Remember, Sasuke, he's mine, said Naruto as he glared at the man. The moment Naruto stepped inside, he could no longer hear Kurama, and his body felt weak. The seal also cut your chakra down to the bare minimum. You could not perform jutsus. As Obito looked at his hand, seems you tricked me, he says. He looked at the ground. As he realized a seal was over to the left and another seal over to the right, as Naruto had made precautions just in case. He placed him rather fast. Well, he is a seal master like Jiraiya, but this was truly advanced. But how do you think you're gonna win? Hand-to-hand combat. As Toby shifted himself into a stance. You're the reason all of this is happening, you know. You came to the village and took 9 kills from my mother and my father, and my mother died and gave me that life in the beginning that I hate so much. If I didn't find friends to help me, said Naruto as he looked towards Sasuke. The past is the past. Look towards the future and not the past, Obito said. Well then, said Naruto as he cracked his neck. I've been waiting for this. What do you say we do this? Obito moved forward and so did Naruto as their fists did not contact and Naruto slipped right under Obito's fists. One thing about Naruto he knew. The Toad caught a fighting style. Naruto twists and swings his arm around as Obito ducked underneath it. He knew the Uchiha fighting style as well, but recently he had been dependent a lot on his eyes. As Naruto twisted his body and grabbed onto the man's leg and flipped him over. But he did not stop. As Naruto brought his hand down and slammed it into the man's chest, slamming his body on the ground. But Obito twists and delivered a right hook to Naruto's face. As Naruto staggered back, Obito got to his feet and brought a left hook towards Naruto's chin. but Naruto tilted his head and grabbed onto the arm and pulled it down before headbutting Obito as blood started to leak from his forehead. As Naruto then raised, pushing him off and kicked him in the chest, he slammed right into the barrier which he could not leave. As the seal on Naruto's chest was the only thing preventing him from leaving, as Obito noticed that as he jumped forward to grab the seal, but Naruto grabbed his arm and twisted him around, throwing him backwards, before he ducked on the punch at Obito's thing, and flipped him over his shoulder and slammed him down into the ground. As Naruto twisted his arm, snap! Obito cried out in pain as he grabbed Naruto's leg, flipping Naruto over and slamming Naruto's head face first into the ground. As Naruto got up, as Obito slammed his face into Naruto's face, as Naruto staggered back. Obito came for the right hook as Naruto bent his body just in time, putting his arm on Obito's arm, and grabbing his other arm and kneeing him in his stomach, as Naruto used brute strength and lifted him off the ground, before jumping himself and bringing him down. Blam! As Naruto connected him with the earth, Obito cried out in pain. As something then happened at that moment, the arm that was connected to his arm, that looked quite white and out of place, dropped off. There was no chakra there to sustain it anymore, and that was his only working arm because the other one was broken. Naruto picked him up by the throat and started delivering several punches to his face. Obito felt himself be knocked senseless as he was thrown back, as Naruto kicked him in the chest, breaking a few of his ribs as he picked him up, slamming him into the ground. Obito twisted and brought both legs around Naruto's neck as he held on Naruto tight, trying to suffocate him. As Naruto struggled with nothing but raw strength and picked Obito up while he was still holding on to him, as Naruto jumped slightly, before boom, as Obito's back snapped. There was a snapping sound as Naruto crushed him in the ground. Obito lay there in utter pain as Naruto dropped on top of him and started to beat his face in. A punch after another, another after another, another after another as he beat the living crap out of Obito. As Naruto reached and ripped out his eye, before kicking him as he slammed face first into the wall. As Naruto panted, his hands soaked in blood, as he spat to his side, blood was leaking from his forehead from when he got that nasty slam on the ground. Obito slowly tried to pick himself up until Naruto stomped in his back, further breaking something. I told you I'd get my revenge, but I have bigger things to deal with. But at least your death will bring me some peace. As Naruto stepped out of the cube and dropped, only for Sasuke to caught him. The moment he did, his body started to heal, as Naruto tore off the seal and placed on the cube, before writing on it. "Burn in hell, you bastard," he said as he touched his two fingers on it. The seal turned red. Obito screamed in pain and agony as he was incinerated inside. As Naruto stored the eye away, perhaps for good reason he did not know, but it would be a shame to let it go to waste like that. Perhaps Sasuke might need it for some reason, he did not know why, but perhaps. As Naruto sat down, "You okay?" Sasuke asked. "Well, I finally got that bastard," said Naruto, as he catches his breath. Suddenly Inoichi popped in his head. "Naruto, the fourth company is not replying. What about the others? They're heading there." "No! Tell them to stop. Me and Sasuke are gonna handle this. They're only gonna die if they come." "Naruto, this is..." "No. Just tell them," said Naruto. "Or the Kage is safe." Yes, he allowed them to take them away. He was rather arrogant about it that they didn't pose him a threat. "This is dangerous." "I know it is," said Naruto, "but overwhelming numbers are not gonna win this. From what I've been told about the Rinnegan, he can do things to level the playing field rather easily. And me and Sasuke need a wide space to fight. We can't have any casualties happening because of us." "Alright, I'll inform the others. Tell Sasuke good luck." "I will." "Well, we're getting good luck," said Naruto as he struggled to get back to his feet. "Are you sure you're okay?" Sasuke asked as Naruto slapped himself in the face, shaking his head. "I'm fine. What do you say we go and end this?" As Sasuke turned his head, as he saw the ominous clouds coming. Meanwhile, as Sakura was with Samui, as she was a part of the medical squad that was helping Tsunade. As the group had been pulled back, they were told to stop by Inoichi, and that is what they did. Sakura was currently working on the other Kages. They were in bad conditions, but nothing that she can't fix. Tsunade came to first, as she summoned her slugs. What? She said as she was speaking Inoichi, as she just got the relay. She punched her fist into the ground, but she knew that Naruto was right. The 5 Kages failed. She watched as the others came too. What now? Asked Samui. Naruto said that we should stay back. Him and Sasuke are gonna need Ira to fight, and he doesn't want to cause a casualty on our side. That guy said Kiba. We need to help him. We need to do something. I believe it is the best thing to do, said Shino. As he turned towards him, Naruto and Sasuke has the power to match this Madara Uchiha, but having us there would only create problems for them to worry about, of not going all out. Someone need to be there though, just in case. More than one, said Tsunade, as she got to her feet. Sakura, I'm gonna need you with me once you're done here, just in case they need to be healed, if things doesn't work out as we thought. Meanwhile, the sky parted, as Tsunade looked up as her eyes went wide. What the hell? Meanwhile, Madara was a distance away as he just lowered his hand. That should be a good enough warning, as a massive meteor was dropping from the sky at HQ. What is this? As a man, Ayo had a weird contraption in his head as he was currently observing the battlefield by focusing on the pressure and the energies, as the bubble was looking like it was about to burst. As Inoichi moved towards the window, where he saw something that alarmed him. Even from here he saw it. A meteor dropping from the sky. The allied shinobi forces looked up. Many of them dropping to their knees. How could they stop that? They did not know. They didn't know if they could. As Gaara started to gather up his sand until a whistling sound could be heard as a ball of electricity condensed the finest point slammed into the meteor, and the thing exploded into large, massive chunks. The group looked over as they saw a massive fox, a blue fox that just fired that ball. Something whipped through the air as it arrived, as Sasuke pulled the wings back of Sano and swung them forward. It generated air current that blew all the giant debris away. The ones that were still close by, Gaara used his hand to push them away so they wouldn't harm the allied forces. Cheers exploded in the crowd as they saw the person that saved them, as the fox turned into nothing but lightning as it shot forward, as Naruto landed right on the back of Sasuke Sano, as the thing flew them straight towards where Madara was. As Samui smiled seeing Naruto, but yet she was worrying. Madara watched as he saw the two of them coming into that one. Sasuke was the first one to land down as Naruto landed behind him. I thought Obito would have taken care of you, he says. He looked towards Sasuke. Oh, we took care of him, said Sasuke. I guess the both of you aren't supposed to be underestimated, Madara said. But he said in a way like he did not care. I've heard about you, God of Lightning, and I've wanted to test myself against you. Because from what people said, you're the newest of the generation that was able to tap into the power of the old generation. Uchiha, I heard you're quite powerful as well. Your people must have good faith in you to stay back and allow the both of you to come to your demise. As Madara slammed his hand on the ground, as a statue appeared behind him, the Gedo statue. I will take the 9 tails once I'm done and seal it within the statue, but for now, what do you say we dance? It's been a long time since I had a good fight. As Naruto cracked his neck, before he bounced on the ball of his feet, electricity coming up from his feet going up to his head, as the clouds parted as electricity rained from the sky and slammed into Naruto full force. His eyes did not turn into the Sage mode, instead they switched, as his eyes got a plus in them. His hair was standing spike it up in the air as a cloak of the KCM2 came around him. As he pushed farther with the more power of the fox coursing through his veins, the plus in his eyes. As Sasuke, Eternal Mangekyou Sharingan swirled. As Madara smirked. The rustling of the breeze. And the three of them shot forward. Bam! The colliding force exploded together. As Madara was able to fend the two of them off with raw, brute strength. His Rinnegan looking deeply into their eyes. As Naruto jumped back and released a massive ball of lightning that shredded through the ground. Madara held up his hand as he absorbed it, as he had to block a vicious kick coming towards his head. He blocked it with his arm as he felt an stinging feeling at Sasuke's feet, fully connected with it. He jumped back as Naruto came down like a bomb and obliterated the ground. Two arms stretched on Naruto's back and tried to grab him, but he flipped away. As he went through hand sign, fire style, majestic destroyer flame, as he spewed fire out of his mouth like a river. Sasuke's skeleton form of Suno came around him as he raised the blade and dropped it into the earth. The sizable explosion clashed with the fire, dousing out the flames. Naruto burst out of the flame as he dropped both hands down like a hammer that came from his back, Rasengan form as they chased after Madara. But the man simply swift and jumped away. He then had to block a swinging kick as he grabbed Sasuke's leg and threw Sasuke towards Naruto. A hand emerged from Naruto's cloak and grabbed Sasuke and placed him to the side. As Naruto jumped up in the air and held up his hand to the heavens. As electricity started to come together until it started to twist unnaturally into a swirl that Naruto threw. The swirl rippled through mid-air as it exploded as electricity swallowed the entire field, tearing through everything, forcing Madara to jump back, as the explosion was too massive and wide range for him to absorb it all at once. As he felt his left arm going numb for a second, the ground exploded underneath him. As an arm emerged, it grabbed him around their waists. His eyes bulged as the arm exploded off of him. He came in as he delivered a wicked right hook to Naruto's face. As he kicked Naruto off the ground and twist and slam a heel in Naruto's chest, drop kicking him straight down to the earth. As Naruto's body started to light up before it exploded. It was an unnatural explosion that rocked the very fabric of the ground that he stood on. As the seals on his body went off, it was a clone. As the real Naruto emerged from the ground as Sasuke emerged from where he was, Madara jumped out of the smoke. His upper chest was smoking, but it was already being healed by the Hoshrama cells. "Let's see how you handle this," he said. "Wood style, nativity of a sea of trees, hundreds of plants rose up from the ground as they came towards the two of them in a wide range. "Kurama," said Naruto, "let's do this." As Kurama's head emerged, the fox head gathered a massive amount of energy before condensing it and spewing it. The violent explosion clashed with all of the wood, shredding them down to nothingness. Madara stood there looking quite happy by how the fight was going so far. He folded his arms, I must say. After the bitter letdown of your Kages, I didn't thought this would be much of a match. But I have to say, you've proven me wrong. Seems like you two are even stronger than your Kages. The battle continued once again, and even though the both of them were using their newly found abilities, Madara was still keeping up with them, and the man was smiling the entire time, until Madara let it loose. As everyone watches a giant, monstrous beast emerge, it's Susanoo that stood tall. As Naruto quickly entered his fox form, Sasuke entered his own Susanoo, as the battle started on a wild explosion from the beginning. Massive explosion rocked the area, forcing the allied shinobi to move back. Guy was standing there along with Kage. As Guy saw that the battle was turning worse. Despite Naruto and Sasuke's strength, things were not looking good for them. He knew what he had to do. Despite doing this, he was gonna die. Kakashi saw the look on his face. "Guy, don't tell me. Seems like you'll have to be that, my friend." said Guy with a proud smile. He didn't mind giving his life so they could win. Another massive explosion as both Naruto and Sasuke were blown away as they slammed down into the earth. Naruto picked himself up, panting. He couldn't believe how strong this guy was. As Madara had a few scratches on him, blood was leaking from his arm, where a nasty wound was that Sasuke's sword had pierced into him, and a nasty gash from his side where Naruto had shot him with a volt of electricity. But yet the man was smiling as his body healed. As Naruto spat to the side, as the chakra flared up once again, as a Biju bomb started to form, as he started to gather the energy, though Madara raised his hand as a chain shot forward and grabbed onto him. Not him, but the fox. It's trying to pull me in, said Kurama. I'll just reverse it. Sasuke quickly flared his stun as he brought down his blade. Madara quickly flared her pace as he blocked Sasuke's attempt and shoulder tackled Sasuke into the ground. Sasuke quickly released as he shot forward, but Madara raised his hand. Universal pull. Amaterasu said Sasuke's black flames erupted. But as he turned, a brutal kick slammed right into his guard. Sasuke felt something snap in his chest and coughed up blood. As Naruto tried to reverse, to put back in the fox form, but he could not. Sasuke pulled out his blade as he swung at Madara, who snapped Sasuke's wrist with a powerful blow before kicking Sasuke directly in the chest. Sasuke collapsed on the ground as he started to cough. Naruto screamed out as he held on to his chest in pain, as the fox was yanked away from Naruto and swallowed by the Gedo statue. As Naruto dropped, Neji's eyes went wide when he saw what happened, including Hinata. What is it? What's going on, said Samui, as she saw their expression. What is it, she asked as they were not talking. He removed the nine tails from Naruto. Guy, said Kakashi, as the both of them quickly moved off. As they had to go in there was time for support now. Sasuke picked up himself over to the other side. Samui couldn't believe what she was hearing, as she ran as fast as possible, as Sasuke was slowly getting back to his feet. You bastard, he said. That was when Madara turned his head, as he saw something strange. Several seals appear on Naruto's chest, some of them blocked by his clothing, as they start to flood his body with something. Flashback. You want me to do what? Store away some of my chakra inside their seals. Those seals of yours should be able to handle them. But why? Just a last resort in case your heart stops. In case my heart stops? Well, in case they get me. You know I wouldn't allow that, said Naruto. Anything is possible, said Kurama. End of flashback. That was what was going on right now. The moment Naruto's heart started to slow down to this degree, the seals activate and start to pump the excess amount of Kage's chakra inside his system. As Naruto's heart was slowing down, but yet the chakra was being poured inside of him. As the allied shinobi forces rushed forward, Sasuke was coughing up blood as his ribs had been broken. Some of them intact, some of them badly broken, as Samui and the others started to rush forward. The faster ones got here first though. Madara simply laughed, chuckling as he did so. All of them thinking that they have a choice, thinking that they had a chance of winning this. He was number one and he was going to be the one to win this. Over to the side, Zetsu was happy. Finally, this was over. The God of Lightning was done for. Now no one can stop them. No one can stop him from bringing his mother back. Meanwhile, as Naruto woke up somewhere strange. What the hell's going on, he asked. As Naruto turned his head to see someone floating there. Hey, who are you? As Naruto was looking at that old man with renegons. As Naruto got to his feet. Meanwhile, back to the real world, Sasuke was pulled off the field as Sakura started healing quickly. As Naruto was also dragged away as well, Sasuke glanced over in pain as Naruto was not reacting or moving. Samui had tears streaming down her face, but she did not cry out as she held onto his arm. As Nade was trying her best to do something, but there was nothing that she could do. Naruto had precaution seals placed in his body to revert some chakra back into him. It was up to his body now. It was up to him. Meanwhile, as Madara was moving a lot slower than usual, his body was human and real. The battle had took a sizable amount of his chakra. So it was like he can go around throwing jutsus after jutsus like it was nothing. And he also felt pain, a lot of it to be exact. Not to mention he could feel his body spasm every now and then. That damn lightning boy, he thought to himself. As he was taking on Guy, Lee and Kakashi at once. Hundreds of white Zetsus emerged that remained. That black Zetsu had just in case to take on the rest of the allied shinobi forces, so Madara could complete the plan. The Gedo statue was currently in the process of reviving something infamous, something dangerous, the Jobe. And nothing was gonna stop them now. Nothing at all. Guy, Kakashi and Lee, all of them were thrown like some wild dogs. As Madara was showing his dominance despite just taking on Naruto and Sasuke, but yet the man looked winded. You could see it on his face. The right Kage emerged along with the Kazekage, along with Oniki, as the rest of them started to get back to their feet after being helped by the others. But they were in no condition to fight yet. They still stood tall as the Kages, as Madara scoffed at their failed attempt to fight him. But he saw it as nothing but a pathetic hope that they thought that they could best him in battle. He was Madara Uchiha and they were nothing. Meanwhile, Sogo, God of Lightning, finish this. Do not let him revive my mother. As Naruto nodded, Samui felt Naruto grasp her hand. Tsunade-sama, she called out quickly, as Tsunade had checked on Sasuke as she saw Naruto slowly open his eyes. As he turned and pulled himself up. Naruto, are you... Samui looked at him. As Naruto smiled, he gave her that winning smile. As he stepped forward, he had enough of the chakra to do this. As he was walking, his body started to light up. As Sasuke looked towards him, that pain expression as he placed a hand in his chest and picked himself up. But Naruto placed a hand on his shoulder. Don't worry, I'll finish this, said Naruto. Sasuke saw balls. Strange black balls start to appear behind Naruto. As Naruto walked forward, the crowd parted as he walked. The white Zetsu started to turn into trees. Yes, literally into trees, as Naruto walked past them. The vitality of his chakra. As Naruto moved, Madara turned around, surprised. Guy was in the process of, as Naruto placed hand on his shoulder stopping him. There's no need. As Naruto knew that if Guy used that he would die. So you come back, alive. You Uzumakis are surely powerful to your vitality. As Naruto cricked his neck. Oh, I just had a talk with someone, said Naruto. And who might that be, said Madara. Oh, you don't need to know, said Naruto. But they gave me a clear mission, and that's to kick your ass, as Naruto opened his eyes, showing the plus as his body lit up. As Madara felt the difference in power. What was this, he thought to himself. Chains. Electric chains stretched from Naruto's back and stabbed right through the barrier, tearing into the Gedo statue. Madara snarled as he attacked Naruto with a black rod. As a wall of electricity broke down the rod into nothingness. The chain stabbed deep within the Gedo statue as the thing started writhing in agony. Before it cracked, it started to crack as energy started to seep out of it. The energy going wild as they didn't want to be contained. Madara leaped forward as he came down on Naruto. As Naruto raised his hand up, as a javelin of lightning was created as he threw it. The javelin split into hundreds, forcing Madara to weave and duck through them. As he released a massive fireball. As Naruto released a massive explosion of energy, the lightning just shredded through everything, dissipating the fireball. Madara was right, this was not the same Naruto. The Gedo statue wept in agony as the eyes started to close one after another, as the beasts came free. Dropping down, Madara was shocked. What did you do? He said. What is supposed to be done? Madara snarled as he raised his hand. Planetary devastation, as he grunted in exhaustion as he felt his chakra being used up a lot. The beasts, all of their eyes turned into renegons as Madara dropped to one knee on the stream as he sent them up into mid-air. He panted. This doesn't solve anything. As its body was showing the excess chakra that he's lost. But he smirked as he pulled the chakra out of the beast as they slammed into him. His eyes exploded with an unnatural amount of energy, his body radiating with force, cracking the ground underneath him. As Madara smiled, feeling the godly power wash through him. He will do his plan as the Gedo statue looked like a dried up husk. Madara slammed his hand down as he sent it away. He will not fail. First thing he had to do was kill Naruto, and no one could stop him. As Naruto cricked his neck and bounced on the ball at his feet. Once again, but this time, his movements were different. As Naruto's body shifted, he vanished as Madara felt a right hook slam into his nose, shattering it with one punch. Madara blinked, completely caught off guard as he stepped back. The battle then ensued as Naruto's body was made up of lightning, as Madara tried to grab him to take away the electricity, but the heavens split open as electricity came down, a voltage that was so high the place turned white. Stone seemed to be breaking down into a different element because of the electricity power. The both of them fight like two titans clashing, shaking the entire place, as Naruto was empowered by the Sage of Six-Path power. Despite Madara knew overwhelming strength by gathering most of the powers of the Tail Beasts, well, all of them, but he still didn't have the Gedo to turn it into the full 10 tails. He still didn't have the husk. Naruto was overpowering him. Their battle caused many destruction, as forcing the allied shinobi forces to flee back, as chaos as both warriors fly up into mid-air, attacking one another in brutal successions. Sasuke got back to his feet, but as he watched the two of them tank it out, lightning and rain start to rain down, the earth trembling, the ground splitting as both of them came down. Devastating explosions and Madara raised its Susanoo, only for it to be stopped by something that Naruto erupted. The truth-seeking balls mixing with the electric form of the fox that was humongous, that stood over Madara, Susanoo. The truth-seeking orbs tied around his body like an armor, as the thing started to beat the absolute crap out of Madara's Susanoo, shattering it. Madara felt himself being outclassed. He was drop-kicked. He was beaten, as both warriors started to tremble the ground once again, tearing through the earth as they fought, breaking down the deepest part of the earth. Their battle was chaotic and destructive. Everyone held their breath as the two of them teared through everywhere until they dropped down from the heavens. Boom! Madara was feeling weak as he looked up in the heavens together. More power. But Naruto slammed a kick into his face, tripping him over to the other side. Madara snarled as he raised his hand, a black rod as he threw it and pierced right into Naruto's shoulder. Another one into his arm as Naruto's left arm swayed to the side, before Naruto grunted as his arm turned into lightning, dissipating both of the balls as Naruto dropped to one knee. Madara spat out blood. "I must say, you are far stronger than Hashirama," he said, as his smile was pronounced as he said that. "But you will still not win. I have worked too hard and waited too long for this, and you will not best me. You child," he said, as Naruto chuckled because he pulled himself up. "Child, that's gonna kick your ass." As Naruto slammed his hands together, Madara cried out in pain as the electricity in the air stung his eyes, as he started to absorb the excess lightning, pulling the chakra into his body. But it was then the heavens crackled. All eyes went up to the heavens as they looked up. It was then that they saw it, as Madara saw Naruto vanish in the blink of an eye. As Naruto stood in the heavens, his body was hit repeatedly by electricity. Samui's eyes went wide, but she noticed that it wasn't harming him. Instead, it was empowering him. As Naruto's eyes became so electric that they lost all symbol of eyeballs. They were nothing but static, and his body's lightning changed. Samui's eyes went wide when she noticed the lightning change from their normal color to white. White lightning. as a dragon, a beast from the heavens, was pulled by all the natural lightning mixed with the natural energy. As Madara saw the beast roared, Madara put his hand forward. Almighty push! As he came down the moment he said that, the two forces collided as Naruto's body had literally turned into a dragon that roared down from the heavens and crashed. Every Hyuga had to turn off their Byakugan. Everyone had to close their eyes as Sasuke had to close his eyes, as the entire field was too blinding white. No one could see a thing, and they were also fearing that they would go blind if they opened their eyes. The entire ground had turned into glass, a strange glassy substance, despite it being rock before. The white lightning was something different. When everything cleared away, Madara lay there. Half of his face was gone, burned off to a crisp. Not just his face, but half of his body was broken into nothingness but ash. The balls in the sky broke as all the tail beasts broke down and dropped towards the ground. They knew who was the one that freed them. As they felt his chakra, they felt him. It was him, the god of lightning. Kurama came out as he looked around. As everyone slowly made their way over, Madara was slowly dying. Sasuke came over and stomped in his other half of his chest. As Sasuke wastes no time. After all, they didn't know what he could do. Sasuke ended his life right into the chest. Madara's eye went wide. Was this really the way it was gonna end? Pathetic, he thought to himself, losing to a brat. As he lost everything right there and then. Where is he? Where is Naruto, said Samui, as she couldn't see him anywhere. She was confused. He won. Where is he? The other tail beasts looked around. They could no longer feel the energy that they felt a moment ago. He was gone. Kurama looked saddened by that. As everyone lowered their head, the one that saved them all, risking his life, he didn't make it. As Sasuke looked around, no, this wasn't the way that his story ended. It was Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki. He was gonna get married soon. This wasn't the way he dropped out. Samui dropped to her knees, tears seeping from her eyes. As she cried. She cried. After everything, after all he did, he was gone. As Snady placed a hand on the girl's shoulder. Snady was keeping her face stern as she didn't want to cry here. But she lost him too. After Jiraiya, she didn't want to lose him. As everyone, although they won, the emptiness, the hollowness of the one that saved them not being here. Suddenly the sky cracked. Cracked with lightning. White lightning settled all about them. As everyone looked up. When the white lightning started to gather, electric particles from the air, until it slowly merged together, all of their eyes went wide. As everyone watched. As the white lightning merged together, forming something. The thing gathered together and formed up into something else. The white lightning stitching back bones and muscles together, returning his body to back what it once was. He wasn't wearing a shirt or boots, just pants. Just his black pants. As his hair was the last thing to arrive. Huh. I did it, said Naruto as he stood there. Everyone looked at him with that shocked face. As he collapsed face first. Screams erupted as everyone shot forward. Screams of joy. As Snag and everyone came over, someone pulled him up. He was alive. He was alive. As Naruto grabbed her hand. I told you I wouldn't leave you, he said. As Naruto looked up towards Kurama and gave him a thumbs up. As Kurama gave Naruto a smirk. Time skip. Years later. As two figures were currently making their way. They were just kids. The both of them having dark black hair. They had black eyes. More of their trait went towards their father. As they finally arrived home. Mom, Dad, we're back. As someone came from the kitchen. Pink hair, green eyes. As it was Sakura. How did it go, she asked. We had fun, said little Itachi. As he smiled towards his mother. The girl though, she frowned. What's wrong, Sadara? Asked Sakura. Are you still not getting along with Rukia? As Sadara folded her arms. She was just like her father. Itachi took more off his mother, always having a smile happy. Sadara went to her father's side, mostly scowling most times. Well, when she didn't get what she wanted. She and Rukia couldn't get along, always acting like she was better than her. Where's your father? Sakura asked. It's with the Hokage, Itachi said. Said you'd be right in. As he made his way off to his room. As Sadara went towards the fridge. Sakura smiled how things have changed. Ever since that last in battle, peace had been brought to the elemental nation. A lot of things had happened in the village. The man known as Danzo, Sasuke, was the one to take care of him. Not to mention there was a strange black goo that was trying to tamper with things, but he crossed Naruto, who was able to eradicate him. Sakura didn't know what he was, but Naruto said that he was an enemy that needed to be taken care of, and now he was gone. Right now, when it comes in terms of power, Konoha was the strongest. Not to mention Naruto would literally become a god of the lightning, as they say. He could control lightning from distance away like nations. That was how more powerfully gotten with that white lightning of his. That was the final stage of evolution of lightning, and Naruto had it. Naruto had become the Hokage, the 7th Hokage, after Kakashi, who took the job. As Naruto was still young, not to mention he got married, and he did went on that honeymoon for a long while to rest. After all, he deserved it after everything they have all been through. Everyone had changed over the past couple of years. Lee got married to a girl in the sand. He had a boy. Shikamaru got married to Temari, and they had 2 kids. A boy and girl. The girl was just like Temari, always bossing her big brother around. And he said the same like his father. What a drag. As everyone had changed, Kakashi had a son. His name was Obito. They were forced to bring the relationship out in the public when Naruto had enough of them sneaking around thinking that people were going to judge them. So he simply told everyone, and everyone was fine about it. After all, they were grown people. The both of them started to date out in public, until they got serious and got married. Naruto and Sasuke figured out something though, that Sakura didn't even know. Obito was the one that started this all, but they did not tell Kakashi that. They wanted to spare him that heartbreak. As Obito was gone and done, so there was no need. And Kakashi was living his best life now with his son. Things were good there. The relationship between Kumo and Konoha has just become more stronger, with more ninjas moved from Kumo, as ninjas were swapping and they could live in each villages, as long as they got registered and everything was up to date. Love, bring people there, business, different reasons. The stone. They weren't at each other's throats anymore, because of Kurosaki. Oniki had passed on, as the man had gotten old, really old. It took a while to release the seat, but Kurosaki got it. She didn't want any problem with Konoha. And Naruto was now the Hokage, things had changed. The relationship with Kira was tight as ever, and with the Saiyan as well. As we skipped the 2 heroes of the village. As Naruto was on top of the monument. Better, right? Said Sasuke. Sasuke had managed to drag Naruto out to the office to get some fresh air. As Naruto has been a lot busy lately being Hokage. As Naruto wiped his face with a sigh, but he smiled. Things were better than ever, the world was at peace. That is what he wanted from the beginning. Well, you're doing an amazing job, Hokage-sama. Not you too, said Naruto. As Sasuke sent the chuckle, sitting beside his best friend. Meanwhile, now come on, no run up and down, we're gonna go see your dad. As Naruto and Samui had 3 kids. The first fiery little girl was Kushina. She had the lighter shade of blonde like her mother, blue eyes like her father, and she was fiery. She had a high temper, but easily calm back down. She loved her daddy the most, because her mom and her always got heated up whenever she got angry. But she loved the both of them. But she was a dead little girl. And then there was little Rukia, named after Samui's mother that passed. The girl was rather, well, she wasn't spoiled, but she was kind of spoiled. Because whenever she saw Sadara, she always decided to prove that she was better than her in some way. When it comes to fight, or just talking, she always one-up Sadara for some reason that they did not know. And the boy was Minato. Minato was calm, although having two sisters to make you like that. He didn't like get on their bad side because they always tried to, well, attack him, and he was the youngest, but he was the sweetest and lovable. And the girls were just crazy about him. His pussy cheeks, his beautiful blue eyes, his fluffy blonde hair. All of them gained the traits. Their mother and father had the same features, so the features stand out in all of them pronounced. The tail beasts were free. Kurama was free as well. No one was hunting after them. Kurama came by every now and then to visit Naruto. Over the years, he had came by a few times. After all, they were friends. Best friends. But the world was at peace. Well, for now. But guys, the incepts are right here, and yes, that is where this series finally come to an end. I just want to say thank you all for sticking with this. It's a longer one than usual, so just thank you all guys if you stick to the end, and if you enjoyed it. That is all I can say, guys. I just really appreciate it from all of you. And also remember to go ahead and check out the other what ifs over on Anime King 2 and Anime King 3, and enjoy those guys. And don't you worry, because you know, as soon as possible new what ifs are going to be out for you guys to enjoy. So as I said, just sit back, relax, and enjoy. But I'm out for now. See you guys soon. Peace out.